are going to be that team that I said they were going to be. Look, they got mad weapons. You got Josh Gordon on the outside. You got Landry, who kicked ass. Gordon, who kicked ass. Sonny Michel. Chubb, who kicked ass. Carlos Hyde. This is a team that's ready to go. Personally, I don't think Baker Mayfield is the dude who's going to get him there. Partially is because I don't like Skip Bayless, and he really liked the dude. And I'm like, man, to hell with Skip Bayless. Yeah, it's personal. But even with that being said, the reason I don't really care for him, it's not that I don't care for him. The reason I'm not impressed with him is I'm a big time college football fan. And for the last 5, 7, 10 years, 5 to 10 years, I've been hearing the fact that the Big 12 don't play no defense. If the Big 12 don't play no defense, how in the hell can you tell me this is a conference that's not playing any defense, but y'all, every time they bring a quarterback out of this conference, he doesn't show improve. And when you don't show improve 4, 5, 10, 12 quarterbacks into it, no matter what numbers you put up, I'm going to be questioning your ability because you were not playing against real defense. If you're not playing against real defense, what exactly were you doing? And that's where the problem lies. If you're going to put Baker Mayfield in with professionals and he's never played against real defense, how could you possibly expect him to be a guy who can dominate on this level, to be a guy who's going to take a team to the next level? So this is why I have a ton of questions about Baker Mayfield. But if Tyrod continues to play the way he's playing, there's no way in hell you can justify playing Tyrod Taylor. That would just be asinine. Because if you're going to lose, at least get the dude Baker Mayfield, put him out there to see if he can step up, do his thing, and move forward. If he can or cannot, will decide what you're going to do with your next year's pick. Now, it's also extremely difficult to have a player after one season to determine. One of the best things is they got one of the best offensive play callers in the league. Hugh Jackson is known as the quarterback whisperer. According to what people say, Baker Mayfield is the dude who's going to get you in order. So if he's the dude who's going to get you in order, and he's going to get you in order, he's the dude who has the moxie, you might as well get a dude who's very good with quarterbacks and get a dude who's very good with play calling. Those two dudes together should be able to develop Baker Mayfield at the worst into a Dak Prescott. If you develop it into a Dak Prescott with a solid offensive line, not very good, not very bad, not bad or very good, but solid play calling, solid coaching, defense, and running game. I keep telling y'all, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. This is a throwing league, because it is not. It is not a throwing league. It never has been a throwing league. It's a completion league, and that's all it is. If you don't make completions, you ain't gonna win this league, and that's the name of that tune. We can hear all these bro mics about this is a throwing league, and you have to be able to score all these points. You have to be able to play defense in this league, or else you're not gonna win. And that's just it. That's just all. That's how football is played. Football is a very simple game. It's difficult to play at a high level, but at the end of the day, this is a very simple game. It's not a whole lot. There are not a lot of tricks and things of that nature. It's just line up, block, catch, run, throw, tackle. That's it. That's it. It's nothing fancy. They make it look fancy with the teleprompters and things of that nature, but it's really just a simple game. It's just difficult to play at a high level. With that being said, speaking of high level, the next segment the next team we're going to go into are the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts got the homie, big ups to Andrew Luck for having a tremendous comeback. Much love to that brother. Andrew Luck had a successful comeback. He had 310 yards. He threw a couple touchdowns and an interception. Don't worry about the interceptions. He sat out for almost 2 years. You've earned the right for 2 interceptions. On the other hand, the Cincinnati Bengals, they got defense, man. They won 34-23. Andrew Luck threw two touchdowns, threw for 1 interception. But here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. Even with that stat line, he has no running game and has no defense. People, I continue to tell you, I tell you every week, you run to win, you throw to score. You run to win, you throw to score. I don't care who you are in this NFL. If you don't have a running game, you will not consistently win championships. You may put up big numbers, you may get a bunch of W's, but you are not going to win. If you don't believe me, look no further than how great the New England Patriots were over the last 18, 20 years. 8 Super Bowl appearances, 5 Super Bowl championships. Every time they have a solid running game, they win the Super Bowl. Every time they don't, they don't. I'm sorry. That's just the bottom line. That's why Sonny Michel is on the New England Patriots. Because Bill Belichick identifies with that. You run to win, you throw to score. And that's just it. Every program in the world. Look, who the greatest coach of college football right now? He the new dude that y'all telling me he the greatest thing since sliced bread. I think he is an excellent coach, don't get me wrong. But he the greatest thing since sliced bread. And what's going on? He's running the football. He's running the football down your throat. And he got David Tua down there doing his thing. And he up for the Heisman. And guess what? It's because they can run the football. That dominance comes from running the football. When was the last time Ohio State won a national championship? When they could run the football. When was the last time USC was dominant? When they were running the football. When the last time Texas dominant? When they were running the football. When Cam was down there at Auburn, they had homeboy who was the son of homie and De La Soul running the football. Cam running the football. It look around the nation. If you running the football, you win the football. That's just the way it works. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. Just look it up. Look it up. You run the football to win. What's up? What's up? What's up, Charlotte? What's good, baby? Thanks for tuning in. What's good? But that's how you win in football. You run the football. You cannot win. Angry Black Man, what's good, bro? Ears on. That's what the check your sound. There's a little buzz. You know what? Is that better? Is that better, Angry Black Man? Tell me if it's better, then we can keep it moving. But I'm looking at this situation, whereas Joe Mixon is going to be the difference. I've picked, like I said at the top of the show, Joe Mixon is going to be the difference in the Bengals last year and the Bengals this year. Joe Mixon in health, because Joe Mixon is a running back. He's old school. He's getting it in. He's doing his thing. Okay, thank you, Angry Black Man. Angry Black Man, hey, tune in to Angry Black Man show, posting in the paint next tomorrow night, y'all. Same time, same bad time, same bad channel. Man got an awesome show. Put me on the Spreaker. He did me a gigantic favor. Much love to the brother. But Joe Mixon is the dude who's gonna be the difference. Because again, y'all keep saying Andy Dalton's not good. And he's not. He's a serviceable quarterback. As I told y'all weeks before, you have 2 types of quarterbacks. Quarterbacks that you can win with, like Andy Dalton, Tony Romo, Dak Prescott, as of right now. And quarterbacks you win because they're on your team. That would be Tom Brady. That would be Aaron Rodgers. That would be Phillip Rivers, and so forth and so on. So these are the people who make a difference. When you have a Joe Mixon in your backfield, you got people who can run the ball. You got a guy who can run the ball. He gonna make it real easy for AJ Green and that receiving core and my man the Red Rifle to do his thing, and it's gonna be real easy for him to dominate. When Joe Mixon's in the backfield, you got a safety coming down. You have one-on-one coverage. When you got one-on-one coverage, AJ Green. When people don't talk about him as much because they're busy talking about Antonio Brown or Julio, which is, it's nothing wrong with talking about Antonio Brown or Julio Jones. That's a cool lick. We understand. Julio is the man. AB is the man. But you know what? Don't forget about AJ Green, because AJ Green is a demon, and he's gonna make the boy Andy Dalton look like a serviceable quarterback again. Their defense is already running wild. Marvin Lewis is a very good coach. Don't get me wrong. I understand that results are the definition of being great. Don't get me wrong. I understand that. But when you look at what he's working with, when you look at the stingy ass ownership down there in Cincinnati, you look, if y'all from the South, then up there, or in Cincinnati. I'm in Chicago, so it's down there in Cincinnati. You look at all the circumstances surrounding the Cincinnati Bengals, and you will notice that Marvin Lewis is a whole lot better than it looks. Like, it's easy to say, oh, well, he's the all-time winning coach of Bengals history. But you know what? The Bengals been around since the 60s, and ain't nobody else did it. The dude who, understand this, the dude who started the Bengals is part of the West Coast offense. He's part of the reason you have a West Coast offense. That means he's an astute football mind. If he's an astute football mind, that means he knew what he was doing, and Marvin has outcoached him. Marvin has not had the prerequisite offensive talent, meaning a good quarterback to do it, because Carson Palmer is a not good quarterback. He is a, I don't understand when they talk about people who were picked first in the draft, how his name doesn't come up right around the what's the dude name, and Ryan Leaf and Jamarcus Russell. He should be somewhere in between Ryan Leaf and Jamarcus Russell, like number 2. Because just because you played a long time don't mean a damn thing. If you were picked first and you played a long time, that means you were still in a long time. Much like that dude who's still in Arizona by the name of Sam Bradford. Which leads me to another thing. The Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans talk about people who are starting to look like a bust. That quarterback class with Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, everybody was talking about how they might be the LONS, the leader of the new school. And I get it. I understand it. Due to certain circumstances, they haven't been able to. Jameis Winston, because he's such a high profile and attention drawing athlete, he's made it worse on himself. Because when you look at Jameis Winston statistically and watch the games in the second half of the season last year, he was looking like the dude who you thought he was. But because he's such a jackass sometimes and he's a magnet for stupidity, he is only getting negative attention drawn to him. And if he wants to continue to be at a level in which that he can A, get that big bread, and B, not looked upon as I look at Carson Palmer, he gonna have to keep his nose clean and continue to play like he played in the second half of last season. With that being said, Marcus Mariota is not being impressive at all. I thought Marcus Mariota was going to be a lot better than he is. He's struggling. And don't get me wrong, I understand he's down there with people like Kenny Stills. Delanie Walker is one of the best tight ends in football. He got hurt. This might be the end of his career. He's been doing a lot of TV work on the side, so this might be the last we see of Delanie Walker. But with that being said, Marcus Mariota is not looking like the quarterback that left the University of Oregon and won the Heisman Trophy and beat Jameis Winston in the national championship semifinals. They are looking extremely pedestrian. I'm stuck in between wondering two things. First, y'all know my stance in regards to coaching. We have a ton of coaches in all professions that continue to try to put round pegs in square holes. And what I mean by putting round pegs in square holes is you got quarterbacks that are mobile and they work best on the move and things of that nature. And instead of creating a game plan, much like Mike Shanahan did with Robert Griffin III, that will magnify or enhance those talents that they have. You got coaches saying, no, you're going to do it my way. No, we're not going to do it my way. You're not going to do it your way because your way doesn't always work. You cater to the talent. Not talent catered to the system. Either that or just don't draft him. Don't pick a guy and then try to turn him into something he's not. I don't know if it's that with Marcus Mariota. Does he need a Mike Shanahan down there to get him the Robert Griffin III situation and then develop him into a better quarterback? If not, my man is looking terrible. And then they down there in the mud bowl down there with the Miami Dolphins. It was a half-ass monsoon down there. Whole lot of rain. I hope, angry black man, let me ask you a question, brother. How's it going down there? You down there in Miami, man. I know that storm coming. You okay, bro? You hit me in the chat room and let me know what's going on. But hopefully everything good with the angry black man. If not, I'm gonna have to host the show tomorrow. I'm just joking. He gonna be alright. Well, I hope he's okay. But he is down there in the midst of that storm, and I'm hoping everything is okay. He's a good brother. But the things that's going on in Miami, I just don't get it. Ryan Tannehill looked like an actual quarterback this week. He had 230 yards. You had Deion Lewis was the rushing leader. Kenny Stills down there. They are doing their thing in Miami, and it's unexpected, but I just don't trust Tannehill. He's average at best. The Miami Dolphins did a semi-reset button. They didn't hit the all-the-way reset button. They hit the semi-reset button, and it's looking as if they are going to be solid. If they are solid, and as we talk about football, we're going to talk about a couple other teams in that division. And it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be an interesting situation when we are looking at the AFC East, because I'm not going to put it all on one game, but maybe they're not the least